everyone, it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to card number 7 in my holiday card series for 2016. And today we're going to start off by prepping this white piece of cardstock with my anti-static powder tool. I'm going to be using some elements from the MFT, my favorite things, card kit called Snowflake Sparkle card kit. The card kit itself is actually sold out, but you can buy the elements now individually if you're interested in any of these products. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, the stamp set in this set, excuse me, and I'm going to stamp down some snowflakes here. Just picked out a few from the set, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp this down in Versamark ink, and then I'm going to coat each one with my silver embossing powder from Summon Says Stamp. This will give me a better view of where I've got all my stamped images, because it's kind of hard to see white on white, or well, you know, it's not white on white, it's actually clear on white, but it's kind of hard for me to see the snowflakes even in person. So I went ahead and stamped each image down, and then each time I coated it with the embossing powder, so I knew exactly where the snowflakes were that I stamped down. That way I wouldn't overlap any of the snowflakes. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to stamp down each of these snowflakes I have picked out and just cover them in my embossing powder. And I really do like this card kit. It's really a beautiful card kit. And like I said, the elements of the kit are sold individually now, so you can purchase these on the MFT website. So I really do love these snowflakes. They're so different. Each one of them is different. And you've got different sizes from very small to large and very detailed. And I really do like that about this set. You can't have too many snowflakes, I don't think. So it'll be a great one to add to your collection if you don't have any. And I like this little element here with all the little snowflake dots, if you will, just to kind of fill in some areas. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to stamp down, and I wanted to add one snowflake, bigger snowflake, on the other corner of this, the bottom right-hand corner of this piece here, just to kind of fill it out in different, kind of make a little triangle, if you will, with the eye. And so I went ahead and did that. And now I'm going to go ahead and heat set this off camera, and you can see all that beautiful shimmery silver embossed images there. So now I'm going to take my MISTI, and I'm going to open this up and put my panel inside my MISTI. And I'm going to take this Mama Elephant set here, and I decided on, thought I was going to use 1 centimeter, but I decided on another one. And I'm using my MISTI because I'm going to want to make sure that this is good and lined up and straight. And I'm using this ink here from the kit from MFT. This is called Cornflower. And I'm going to stamp this down in this ink first. And then once I get this stamped down, I'm going to go ahead. One of the great ways of the MISTI is that you can leave your stamp where you had it. And then I'm going to go ahead and clear off of all of that ink off of the stamp. And I'm going to coat this again with my Versamark ink because I want to go ahead and emboss this sentiment. So I've coated that in my Versamark ink, and I am going to go ahead and stamp this down in that ink. And this will allow me to go ahead and emboss with clear embossing powder. And so that's another way that is really cool about the MISTI, because you can do this normally, obviously, that you wouldn't be otherwise. You could probably do it, but it would just be a little bit harder to line up if you didn't have the MISTI. So I've got my clear embossing powder here. I'm going to coat that, and then off camera I'm going to go ahead and heat set that once more. So I've got that all good and heated with the heat tool. I'm going to take that same cornflower ink, and I'm going to use a very light hand, and I'm going to coat some of this panel here and just kind of go over those snowflakes just to give it a little bit of color, and kind of do like another. I've been doing the emboss resist a lot lately in my videos, but I really do like the effect of it. And for this card, I really thought it would go good to add just a little bit of color behind those snowflakes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and get this real inked, like I said, using a very light hand, because I don't want this dark at all. Kind of around the edges is fine, but in the middle, more as I go into the card panel, I'm really keeping it light as possible if I can. And that's another reason why I did the sentiment the way I did, because I didn't want, it will go over those areas and it won't interfere with my sentiment area at all. So I have completed inking that up, and then I'm going to take my card base here. This is a piece of their white cardstock, also from the kit, and it's really, really good, thick quality cardstock. It's actually thick, a little bit thicker than the normal white cardstock that I use, which is the Paper Tray Ink Stamper Select White. It's really, really good, thick white cardstock. And I'm going to make this a top fold card. So I scored that at 5.5. I'm going to get that a really good crease onto my card base here. And now I'm going to go ahead and add a lot of foam tape to this panel, because I did a lot of embossing. So it did warp just a smidge. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that's all good in here down to my card base. And then for a few final touches, I thought I would take some of my Pretty Pink Posh clear droplets here. And I've decided to go ahead, and first I was going to, you'll see me here put down this first one here. And later on I did change my mind and I did move this one to another snowflake. But I'm using some, what they call bling adhesive. And I will link this adhesive, but this is the same adhesive that Nicole McGork, or she's not McGork now, uses for her cards. She's actually Nicole Spohr now. But anyway, so, and she introduced this to me because I really struggle with the liquid glues when doing all of my small embellishments like this. I really do like these little tiny glue dots here. So I added a few to the snowflakes, and I added a larger one at the very bottom corner there. And now you can see that I changed my mind and I've switched up, taking that one off of that one snowflake, and I'm going to move it up just to give it a little bit more of, as I mentioned, of that triangle to the eye. So that really does complete the card for today. You'll kind of see all that shimmer and shine and sparkle, and I really do like how it turned out. So if you enjoyed the tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.